Hi there. In this tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to set up Checkmarx One and Mobb within your GitHub environment so that we can quickly find issues and remediate issues all within the context of a pull request. So the idea here is that within my GitHub project, I want to be able to have Checkmarx One monitor for my pull requests and scan for potential issues using the SAST engine. If there are issues found, I want them to be displayed as GitHub comments, just like what you're seeing here. And once a issue is being displayed, I want Mobb to then be able to monitor for these issues and generate fixes as another GitHub comment, all within the same pull request. So the idea here is that we want to make the job for a developer as simple as possible, where every information in regard to the issue as well as the fixes are all surfaced up in the pull request so that the developer can take actions very quickly and efficiently. So we're going to be using my demo repository here, our CX webhook Mobb integration repo. The first thing that we're going to be doing is to set up the connectivity between this particular repository and CX1. So let's go to my CX1 environment under my applications and project page. We're going to click on new and new project here. We will select GitHub. I'll select my user, and from there we can pick our repository. So it is going to be the repo that we were looking at here, and we'll click on next. So what we want to do here is to ensure that the permission here is set so that we are monitoring in particular the pull request. Okay, so this is good. And we're going to leave everything as default in this page here. Okay, so now the project is configured so that on every pull request, Checkmarx will be able to scan for issues. Now, the next thing we want to set up is the Mobb integration part. So to do that, let's go to Action in my GitHub repository. Let's click on New Workflow, and we'll select Set up a workflow yourself. Once we have a YAML template page open, let's go on to the right-hand side here under Marketplace. Let's type in Mobb, M-O-B-B, and we'll pick the CX Mobb Fixer action. And from here, let's click on the View Full Marketplace listing, which will contain a lot of the information that's needed to configure this particular integration. But the most important thing we want to grab is at the very bottom, we have a sample YAML code, which we will now copy and just paste it in my GitHub project here. So the two things that we need to configure in this particular integration is the Checkmarx token and the Mobb token right here. Okay, so to do that, let's first commit this YAML into my project. We'll go to Settings, under Secrets and Variable, under Actions. And here we're going to click on New Repository Secret, and let's paste in the name of the variable. It's called CX_API_token. And for the secret, let's go to Checkmarx One, the settings here, and identity access management. Okay, and under API keys, let's click on create key. We'll give it a name and create. Don't worry, I will be purging these keys after this video. So let's click on OK. And we just have to paste the secret back into my GitHub. And then the next one is the Mobb API token. So again, the name is Mobb_API_token. And for the secret, let's go to the Mobb user interface. So if you don't have a Mobb account, just go to app.mobb.ai and you can create an account there. Once we're in the Mobb user interface, let's now go to the settings. We'll go to access token, add API key on the top right, and let's just give it a name as well. And let's copy the API key. Okay, back into GitHub, let's paste that API key, add secret, and that's it. That's all we have to do in terms of configuration. So let's see this in action. So as a developer, let's say I'm going into my code. I would like to make some changes to my code here. Okay, so let's say we're making a small change and we'll now commit this as a new branch. And from there, we will create a pull request. So now what should happen is Checkmarx should be running a scan upon the detection of a pull request, which is what we can see here. So now Checkmarx is now scanning for any potential issues that may be present from the code that the developer has checked into the repository. Okay, looks like After a minute or so, the checkmark scan has completed. And here we can see the comment that Checkmarx has generated specifically to the line number 15, which is the line that we made the changes, and that we have introduced some issues. So now Mobb will run as a next step, which will generate fixes that are available based on the issues that are found from Checkmarx. Okay, looks like the Mobb fix analysis has now completed as well. So now if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see the comment that Mobb has generated. With Mobb, we have a fix that is now available specific to the issues that Checkmarx has found for SQL injection. So from here, we can see exactly what Mobb is proposing in terms of the changes that will be able to address the issue. We see exactly what lines to be replaced with. Now, if we want to learn more a little bit about this fix, we can click on the Learn More link here, and that will open up the Mobb's user interface where we can actually fine-tune the fixes a little bit more by answering some of the questions on the left-hand side here. But if we're all good to go with the fix that is being presented here, we can actually just click on the Commit Fix button. And from there, it will take Mobb just a couple seconds, and the fix should be then committed back into my repository. Okay, so we can now see that the fix has been committed. And at the same time, Checkmarx is now running again to verify that there is no additional issues being introduced in this latest commit. Okay, after just a minute, looks like the Checkmarx rescan has now completed and that there are no additional issues being found in this particular pull request. All right, so that concludes this video on how you can quickly integrate Mobb alongside with Checkmarx to monitor for your pull request within GitHub. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will be leaving my contact information at the description box down below in this video. And I want to thank you and wish you have a nice day.